Starts in 1 minute. Tense up.
I was exercising my vocal cords,
There
like Bill before
Oh, yeah.
before a gig. Ooh, or Nancy. Ooh, ee, ooh.
Oh. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah.
Yeah. Walla walla.
Ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Yeah. Those are the only song lyrics I was ever able to remember.
Okay.
That's why I was destined not to be a singer. You can probably tell that anyway.
Well, good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Curt.
Here we
Fancy
are with
meeting you here. What's
What
a nice guy like you doing in a place like this?
Well, I hang out here.
Yeah.
So for those of you that actually have watched this channel a couple of times, this is a special edition. It's not a coffee crawl. One of us couldn't get out to take pictures on Wednesday, but Harry Smallenberg over here has discovered a whole bunch of old negatives in his scanner, and he's been going crazy. So
Yeah.
why don't you tell
Curt,
us about that, Harry?
well, uh, what is it to say? Yeah, my both my grandmothers took pictures, and I recently discovered out in the garage a box of old photographs and a bunch of negatives that must go back to the 1920s.
Wow.
My grandmother on my paternal side, especially, my sister says, had a camera with her all the time. And I think there must have been some kind of sheet film pack because they're about 2.5 by 6 is the format. And I can't imagine that was a roll film camera, although it
Yeah.
looks like it when I've seen pictures of the camera.
Uh-huh.
But they're all cut into individual negatives. And Curt lured me into the
The
dark
rabbit
web of
hole.
scanning. Yeah,
It'll never stop.
I know. And I have a whole nother box of photographs, old photographs out in the garage. And I've been wondering what should I do with them, and thinking I can't stand the prospect of making negative carriers and going into the dark room and spending an hour or two on each print. But the
Yeah.
scanning has been great
Yeah.
because I can do some easy cropping, some easy editing, and maybe there's probably a way to restore places where the negatives are obviously damaged.
Yeah.
But I think that's a whole other art, so I haven't
You know,
started looking into it.
the other thing, once those negatives are scanned, you don't have to take care of them anymore. it doesn't
Yeah,
it doesn't
I'm
it, it doesn't matter
right
because you
now.
can throw them in a box.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping them all. I'm trying to develop a system so the title of the scan correlates to whichever box they're in, and people can go hunting them up and make sure I haven't photoshopped one relative's head onto another relative.
That's a good idea. Just title the scans with the box number.
Yeah, right.
That sounds very professional.
And the wonderful thing is you realize that all your father and your grandmother had lives before you were born.
That's the part that really
Fancy that.
that
What a
resonates. Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing is, I look at some of these and I think, wow, I remember aspects of family history that I had forgotten about, and they're not always, the happiest aspects of family history.
Yeah.
So
Background
I
memories.
guess, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with these when I've finished all the scans, selected prints. Maybe I'll make up, now that I know about making books easily, make up a book for family members.
Oh
And
yeah. That'd be a great gift.
yeah,
Excellent. Well, let's take a look at some of these
something
pictures.
I can't order it from Amazon.
No, but
They always see through that right away.
no, but there's
Gift cards, Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
The gift cards to Olive Garden, nobody seems to be interested in that. Except me, I give them all to myself. Ah, there we are. I mean, there I am. I'm pretty sure that's me. That would be about 1946, probably.
uh,
40, maybe 47. There seemed
we're,
to be a rash of photographs around some, some family event or another.
uh,
And this might be about the time my next brother down was born, which would make it
where would this be?
1945. Well, this is in the backyard of the family home a mile away from me where I sit at this moment in Burbank.
Oh, in Burbank.
And
Wow, that's Burbank.
yeah, that's
Wow.
Burbank. And yeah, that's, I didn't remember that there was a time before the wall that now blocks the view of that house from the backyard when I go there.
That house is
Things have
still there,
changed
huh?
quite a bit. But that house, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much in its same shape. It's been there for, that would be 80 years.
Wow.
And it was, a couple of years old at the time.
Oh, man.
And I see the, thank you, Linda. Uh, and you can tell that's my chair. I didn't realize the arm on the left was busted until
You
I
still have
got
that
the.
chair.
Yeah, I'm sitting in it now. If I fall down on the floor, you'll know why.
It would be fate.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's Burbank, right in the middle of the residential Burbank.
Yeah, yeah, that's up on Sunset Canyon.
Oh
My
man, oh
my
man.
folks' house was the last house in Burbank, and you walk 10 steps. What would it be east, and you're in Glendale.
Wow. And you're on the sidewalk there?
It's the driveway
Oh, the
in the
driveway.
backyard.
Wow.
There's a garage off to the right.
That is fabulous. What's hanging on the wire up there above your head?
Of course, nobody now would recognize those. Those are clothespins.
Clothespins.
Right. Yeah. Whoever thinks of walking outside to hang clothes out to dry?
No, those are sheet music clips. I was just wondering why they were hanging on a wire.
Yeah, right. Only musicians would knows what those are.
Right. Oh, look
Musicians who
at
play outdoor
this.
gigs.
Look at this.
Yeah, yeah. This has got to be from the 1920s because this is, I'm pretty sure, a scene from the Buffalo area where my dad is from, and these are probably his mother's sisters.
Whoa.
So that would, they're
Based on the
all,
clothes and the hairdos, yeah, it's got to be 20s, right? When you think?
yeah, yeah. And, I mean, it's probably a pretty warm spring, summer, or fall day, but they are dressed to make sure that modesty prevails.
Oh, yeah. Long
But
skirts and
they're
everything.
pretty clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm judging this is what, a 6x9 folding camera, probably?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Got
Six by
everybody in.
nine. Yeah.
But
And, some of those, I think a picture I posted maybe on Facebook from a distance that, you have a lot of vertical space,
hmm
and my grandmother often did near far pictures. So she'd put something in the foreground and then something in the background.
actually set up the composition. So, uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
makes you wonder if that camera had a timer or did somebody get left out of the picture?
Good question.
The
Probably somebody
photographer.
got left out.
Yeah,
It
I
was
would guess
probably
so.
her.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
her.
because
Yeah.
I don't recognize any of these people at
Uh-huh.
all. In fact, one thing that's a little frustrating is to see all these people who are obviously friends and relatives of my grandmother and have no idea who they are.
Uh-huh.
I'm just guessing these are her sisters. She was one of five. I think this is a cute picture,
Well, that's really
but
good.
again, yeah, I have no idea who these little girls are. They're just cute. They show up in one or two other pictures, and I think you and I have commented on this before. This camera, for the vintage it is really a sharp camera, and this
Yeah.
film is getting a lot of detail in wide tonal range. So
Very good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. When you look at the sharpness, you tend to think of those old cameras as being like, I don't know, y- cut off. They would, you think of like the Civil War pictures, but the
yeah,
lenses are
yeah.
really pretty darn good here.
Hmm.
And actually, I think photographers still use some of those old vintage lenses on their cameras.
Yeah, little rascals. Yeah, little girl rascals.
Yeah. Look at this.
And
Even
here's another bunch of kids. I love the boy on the right who's making that awful
I was going to
face.
guess that was you.
It might be. He's got a flask.
It's not coffee.
This is early coffee crawl. You can tell by his face that it's probably something stronger than coffee.
Daddy, what's in here?
Refill.
Look at the range of expressions.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing that's nice about a lot of these old photographs is, I guess the photographer is looking at one person and snaps the shutter when that one person's expression is photographic and everybody else is like all over the map.
Well, you know how hard it is to photograph a group. But, if you can picture those folding cameras, they've got that little bitty flippy screen that's probably a centimeter square.
Right, yeah.
And you can only
I think that's
generalize.
why, yeah.
Yeah, it's only good for
Yeah,
framing. You
that's why
can't
some of
really.
the heads get cut off,
Exactly. Yeah. Can't see what's going on.
especially on a horizontal. Those cameras are really built to take vertical pictures more easily.
Yeah. Oh, I love that picture. That is so. And look, oh, the guy in the far left with the tie.
Oh yeah, that's me too.
That's just the many moods of Harry
It's
Cylinder.
a long exposure. I ran around, put on a tie,
Photoshop.
or maybe I had the tie on at first and ran around and grabbed the flask
It
and
was
ripped the
hard
tie
getting.
off.
It's probably pretty hard getting those dresses on.
No, I was used to it.
Not at all.
Hey, forget the coffee crawls. We're having more fun doing vintage photographs.
Right. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea where we are, but it looks like we're out in the desert somewhere.
Yeah.
And I do not remember that car being part of the family.
Uh,
I'm sure my grandmother was along on this excursion because she's taking the picture. That's my dad and my mom. And
yeah. You didn't have to go far out of town in those days to be in this kind of
yeah,
territory.
yeah.
You
Maybe this is Burbank.
well, not too far, I'll bet.
No, it's yeah.
You watch some of these old TV shows like Highway Patrol and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
you notice the sparseness of the population.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It's an old, like, could almost Chevy maybe. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
I have no clue. And that is my next younger brother, John. And one thing that's kind of weird about this is I cannot think of a picture where he's laughing, smiling, or acting like a happy child.
Oh,
So he always looks kind of distressed, or
under pressure, huh?
yeah, like he's resenting being managed for a picture.
Well, he's definitely managed here. Somebody put
Yeah,
him next to that gate for a background, obviously.
yeah. That's the gate that used to be on my parents' house. That's
Yeah.
a gate leading to the driveway back and back.
Huh. And he's definitely on the move.
Yeah, right. It's you better get this picture fast.
I'm done.
Yeah, right. And this is my dad, and I'm the taller child, my brother. I can't read everything that
Oh, you
Linda
guys are too
Post says.
cute. Look at that fancy coat.
Oh yeah, my mother made that. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she was into
Wow.
sewing clothes for us. I used to have a Pendleton shirt she made from material she got at Disneyland when the Pendleton store was there.
Oh,
It used to have like 40 years ago.
yeah.
And here again, John's unhappy about being managed for a picture.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this picture, not just for you guys in the picture, but looking at the sharpness and
Yeah.
the grain.
Hmm.
Bertrand, did you do any kind of noise reduction or grain reduction or anything when you scanned them?
I have when I do the scanning, I have I think a noise reduction
Oh, okay. Because
box checked.
it looks great, and
Yeah,
the tones from one side to the other and up and down, they're all pretty consistent.
yeah. I wish I, that seaweed looks like some kind of monster. This is
Yeah,
again Brother John,
yeah.
and I can't help but think that somebody was trying to get him down from that ladder.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
looks pretty happy there,
yeah.
off the
Well,
ground.
anytime he could disobey a prohibition, he had a smile on his face.
Was that his style through life?
Uh, I think he went his own way and was a very companionable and spiritual person, but uh, kind of rambunctious and rebellious when
Huh.
he was a kid. Unlike his older brother.
Yes. Who? Not you're not rambunctious at all.
Oh, not me. Scary. Yeah,
So this
I
is a
think that's what my grandmother thought. Scary. Oh well,
yeah,
this is a inadvertent double exposure. I think my grandmother forgot to.
artistic.
If it's roll film, she forgot to advance the film. But I just thought it looked cool. It looks like now
Yeah.
John looks like Chucky
The evil
in his next
is it
life.
when the negative reveals the true personality.
Yeah, right. And that's the house that is next door to this day
God,
as
that's just
a
so cool.
yeah, semi mansion.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, this is probably my grandmother's sisters out picking which was lilies in the yard, which means it's probably what April, May
Yeah,
in Buffalo.
early spring. Oh, in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I,
cool
I don't know
because
what the weather cycle is like in Buffalo. I only imagine coldness.
yeah, it's all you picture is snow and ice. Oh, this is cool also because she didn't say, "Hey, girls, look at the camera and smile. Stop what you're doing." You know,
Yeah, right.
they're really
Yeah,
locked into the lilies there.
yeah. She said, "Hey, girls, look at the
Look,
lilies and
look,
hold still."
pretend you're not posing.
Forget I'm here, girls. Yeah,
Boy,
this is me and
boy, that
John.
has such a classic look.
Yeah, and that's out on the front porch of the family home, which
Uh,
pretty much still looks just like this.
wow.
Yeah, it's only a mile away from where I live now, so I can walk over there at any time, drive over there at any time, and
Reminisce, huh?
yeah, show this to my brother Bob, who lives there now.
Boy, you Burbank people, I tell you, my friend Ruben grew up in Burbank, and
Uh-huh.
before he moved to the Philippines, lived blocks from where he grew up,
Yeah. Well,
and loves Burbank.
it's something yeah, I never thought it would happen to me. And when I came back to California, I was amazed that Burbank had actually evolved with the rest of the country.
Huh.
So it looked like any 1980s place. But that last picture was from me, probably out in the backyard
Oh, this
or
one
front
here.
yard. No, yeah, getting a
Look,
drink from the hose.
the thing that's amazing to me. Oh, hey, what's that? Live bait? Oh, what's it
Where?
say? I don't have my glasses on. The sign in the back?
Uh,
Oh, Salt.
oh, good question. Yeah, I don't know where that is. I
Leslie
don't remember.
Leslie Salt.
Nobody in my family had a live bait sign.
Not in Burbank.
We always had dead bait signs around.
Good bait.
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah,
Yeah, and look, there's no buildings around.
yeah.
That's the part that. Wow.
So there's just a little bit of a truck showing in the background, and that looks like mid 1940s truck. I'm probably
Yeah.
about three,
Oh yeah, yeah.
3.5 there.
Yep.
So my grandmother is dutifully out in the yard, and this I'm not sure where this is, and I think that's my dad, but I could be mistaken.
Mm.
He's holding some kind of beverage that could be alcoholic, and my dad never drank anything stronger than a what's that drink? Oh, than a Tom Collins.
Well, he's got a pitchfork in the hand there.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's not a drink at all. You
No.
mean in his left arm that he's
Yeah,
holding
his
up?
left hand, he's holding up a pitchfork.
Oh, maybe it's a devil.
That's not my
And he
dad.
just looks like
It's
my dad.
Satan.
It must be Sunday morning in the family home, and Satan is paying his visit. Hi, folks, I'm here. How come you're not in church?
Oh, that's cute.
And yeah, this is my mom and dad.
I guess that's
And I would
Buffalo
guess
or
probably after they were married out here in California, they made a trip back east. And I'm guessing this is somewhere along the way. And I'm also guessing they're heading back west because it's probably my grandmother taking the picture.
now,
And
did they live near
probably
Buffalo? I
went
mean,
back.
was that the general region? That looks like makes you want.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear all of that.
It's not. Is there a chance that's like Niagara Falls or something in the background?
Very possible. Very possible. So maybe it's a honeymoon picture.
Yeah.
I never. I'd have to ask my sister. She might know.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's a nice picture. They
Yeah.
actually look happy,
Yeah.
and they were happy. I don't mean to imply that they were unhappy.
Got a freak picture. They're happy.
Yeah, right. How did that happen?
Well, not bad. Really, really
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Thank
I tried
you.
to find.
Yeah, I mean,
I tried to find some pictures that for me that went back that far. I couldn't find anything. I'm sure they're out in the garage. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that I still need to get out and scan. But maybe we'll do this vintage thing again. You've got more boxes, I'm going to guess.
Yeah. Well, I have a whole bunch more photos that are already scanned too.
Okay.
So,
Well, maybe.
yeah, I'm sure I can pull together more images if we.
Good. Yeah. If we can't get out on a
Do
Wednesday. Yeah. All right.
what's
In the
that
meantime,
called? Time. If you go backwards in time, a time travel crawl. A time crawl.
We do
Oh,
have
look, merch
available in the description below. More for the Curts.Camera or the coffee crawls. But yeah, hey, very nice stroll down memory lane.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for suggesting it.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
appreciate it.
idea. Okay. Well,
All right. Well, I guess that's it for today.
We'll go hit the trains
Happy
on
Sunday to
Wednesday.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
And hopefully Saturday at 10 o'clock, we'll have more red line coffee crawl photos for you.
Yeah, let me just check my calendar and make sure that Saturday, that's the 24th. Well, we'll have to work this out. I have to go to a funeral next week.
Oh, no. Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Meantime,
Well, Curt, yeah, thanks a lot. And see everybody in the future.
Sounds great.